good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world, and welcome back to the Curry Spot with me, Jill Barham. And
Me, Amanda Potter. Thanks for coming back. It's nice to see you.
so, Amanda, it's about time we told people or helped people to feel a little bit better, because if you're out there and you're anything like me, it's been a bit of a roller coaster ride over the last few months, and it's particularly intense at the moment. Actually, there's lots of stuff going on and stuff with the moon and all sorts of energies around, but just watching what's going on in the world is quite worrying and can be quite stressful and has the potential to bring our mood down. And I know that you're an expert in keeping your vibration high. And I also know, because we talked about it in one of the previous episodes, that you have a kind of more morning routine that you do. So I wondered if you'd share that with us today.
I'd love to share that with you. I've been teaching about energy and mood and for years and years and years. And so I've realized over that period of time that there is the preventative measures and there's also the curative measures. So going back to, I don't know, say 10 years ago, I would only really react. If I felt low, then I would put some measures into place and then I would lift my vibration. But I found over the last year or so that I can't get away with that. And that's why I use preventative measures and I have my morning routine. And so what I think I could share with you is the morning routine, knowing for a fact you're not going to do it until you realize, oh my God, I'm sick of doing the curative measures daily. So I'm going to start my day better, because I find that if I start my day well, I'm up and up and up and up throughout the day. Yeah. If I don't start my day well, if I don't do my morning routine, within the hour, I'm already nosediving, and it's much more difficult to bring myself out of that than it is to actually be ahead of the game. And that's why I do my morning routine. So as soon as I get up in the morning, I have music in my head. I told you this yesterday, didn't I? Which is a bit crazy. And it's usually a song that I'd heard the day before. But I now realize it's actually Archangel Michael reminding me that I could very easily have intrusive thoughts that could bring my mood down. First thing in the morning, I could start thinking anything, because I'm not really established in any frequency. I've just woken up. Yeah. And so as soon as I hear this music, I think, Archangel Michael, it's my reminder. And immediately I'll ask him for protection. Now, I don't need to ask him. If you don't believe in the angels, just imagine you're in a bubble of protection, or an egg, or a pyramid, TP, I nearly said, of protection. Yeah. And so as long as you're protecting your energy, and don't forget your energy is massive. It's much bigger than your body. So don't put on a little skin suit. Yeah, you're putting on this bubble. Yeah. And you're protecting your energy from anything. So it could be somebody else in the house in a bad mood. It could be Wi-Fi. It could be anything. You're putting yourself in a bubble of protection to protect your energy. That's the first thing. As soon as you're in protection, you can open up your crown chakra. And that's when you can say, Archangel Michael, please bring in your sapphire light of protection and strength. So he's filling my bubble. Yeah. And what he does, because he's the protector, the archangel of protection and strength, it repels anything that's not of a high vibration. So I know in my bubble, no matter what goes on in the morning, throughout the day, and I do reinforce this bubble, it bounces away. Negativity just bounces off me. So I also say, when I've got my bubble on, allow me to continue to receive all the good stuff in my life. And I'm thankful for that. So I thank the angels and my spirit team and the ascended masters who are helping me in my life. Thank you for this wonderful life. Start the day with gratitude. That sets up your attitude. It's wonderful. So protect yourself, open up and pull your higher vibrational energy into your heart. That's what I do every day, because I know that my soul is very wise. It's very old. And so rather than trying to get through the day as Amanda Potter, who doesn't know much, I'd rather pull in my higher vibrational energy, my old soul wisdom into my heart. So I'll put it in, and then I'm sending my lower vibrational energy down, because we vibrate at a rate, and this is faster than my feet. Yeah. So I'm sending anything of a lower vibration into the earth. because I want to anchor my energy into the earth. I want to ground my energy. You know, lightning does it. We're just the same. You've got to earth your energy. And the deeper you earth your energy, the more you're letting go of that lower vibrational emotional state, or perhaps if you're feeling fearful or angry or depressed, you just send it into the earth. Gaia knows exactly what to do with that. Mother Earth, she will deal with it. So just send your energy down as much as you can, because you're making more and more space for your higher self. Visualize it if you need to. Visualize this as a color. Your mind's pink and sparkly. It's in my heart, because this is the seat of your soul, your heart chakra, and you're sending your energy down through your base chakra. Imagine I have an anchor, a rusty old anchor. It goes all the way into the earth. That's how I visualize it, and I'm anchored. And it's funny because I'll also use shungite. I've mentioned shungite before, and I turn the point down and I hold it in front of my heart center. Oh, and that really works. That really sends the energy down. Don't worry if you've not got any shungite. You could use hematite. You could just sit on hematite. Yeah, anything. But you're just sending your energy down, and that there sets you up before you do anything else. And so you're protected, you're grounded, and you've pulled in your higher self. So you're already vibrating at a much faster frequency. And because this is the age of the awakening, if you like, which perhaps we'll come on to in another chat, you're working at a faster vibration. You're working at perhaps the 4th dimensional frequency or the 5th dimensional rather than the 3rd dimensional frequency. And so not only are you wiser and going about your day, but everything bounces off you. You're invincible. And so that's my morning routine. But I add things to that, like I ask Archangel Zadkiel to reflect away negativity or transmute negative to positive. There's loads of other things you can do. If I feel like I'm a bit miserable, I can ask Archangel Jophiel to come in and bring me joy. Yeah. So there's loads of things you can do with that energy, but I will then set up my environment, because it's all right looking after my energy, but if my environment's stagnant or of a low frequency, it's going to bring me down. So I always have flowers and plants, you know this. I'm surrounded by crystals, and so all these things bring up the vibration in the room. But I can also light candles. That brings up the vibration. It's natural light. And then essential oils, incense, burn some incense. I might even use chimes. Yeah. So all of these things work, and you just keep on top of that throughout the day. That's your preventative measures. But if you hit a slump, and we can hit a slump, something can happen to us in the day. We can find out some news that brings our vibration down. And that's when we could use some curative measures. And so immediately, if I find myself slumping, I redo all of what I do in the morning. Send the energy down and everything. And if that doesn't work, I'm lighting incense. I'm spraying myself with something. You've seen me do this many times. Just essential oils in my energy. It raises my vibration. But there are times that doesn't work. So I'll put music on and I'll sing, or I will start chopping veg. There's something about chopping veg. I love it. Yeah. And I will put a load of vegetables in the oven. Yeah. It just, whatever suits you. And maybe that's what you need to do. Maybe you need to create a list. I have a list, and I've even put it to one side so I can show you. I have a list of all the things that I love to do, because when I'm feeling very 3D, I can't even be bothered to raise my own vibration. So I have a list, and I think to myself, no, go and look at your list. And so on there, I've got things like do the ironing. Something about ironing. I don't know. I don't want to do it all the time, but every now and again with music on, singing, I kind of reminisce to myself. Maybe I'll watch a program. I've got a list of programs that I don't tend to watch TV, but if somebody said to me, oh, you've not seen Line of Duty, or you need to watch this, and so I've got a list there, and I think I'm going to go and watch one of them, and maybe I'll just check out and I'll binge something. Yeah. Or I've got another one here, puzzle book, do a Sudoku, jigsaws, I love my jigsaws. Yeah. So there's all sorts on that list that if I actually just switch my attention, because we do this with kids, if they're playing up, we'll distract them. That's what you're doing. You're distracting yourself, and you're doing everything you can to avoid anything negative that will bring you down.
Yes, for me it's creativity. So I made some curtains at the weekend, and that just made me so feel so much better.
Yeah.
And I'd forgotten how that makes me feel. But also for me, it's being outside in nature, and particularly around water. Very
Yeah.
fortunate, we live next to a canal and a river. So all I need to do is just go down and walk along the river, and immediately that just makes me feel so much better.
That's brilliant, because you could also jump in the shower.
Yeah.
You could also have a bath. Water's brilliant for this, very cleansing. I remember coping with grief. You're losing somebody. I don't think I've ever showered as much in all my life, but I just allowed the grief to wash away. And you can have a good cry as well in the shower. Nobody knows. The kids were only little back then, you know, so I didn't want them seeing me crying all the time. So water is wonderful.
Mm.
And we need to stay on top of our vibration. We need to stay on top of our mood, because nobody else is going to do it for you.
No, and I think that's the point, isn't it? And taking responsibility for that. I think it might be worth us coming back and having a conversation about, because you've mentioned 3D and 4D and 5D.
Okay.
For some of our listeners, though, that might just be new to them. It's something that I've been working with you for over a year now, so I'm quite au fait with it, and I know what's what. But if you don't mind, we'll come back and we'll talk about that on another episode.
I'd love that.
But in the meantime, thank you so much for sharing that, because I think there's some really good tips there.
Good, good.
We want to be able to provide people with some tangible tips,
Yeah.
so that we can help you on a day-to-day basis. And that was just brilliant. Thank you.
You're welcome. I enjoyed it.
So we'll see you again on the Curry Spot. Be good.
Take care. See you soon.